Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the London Black Knights.
We got this.
Black 20.
Right there in the middle. 55.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Show it. Show it. Hey, kill. Turbo set.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Shell. 55, my God, 55. I'm coming at you.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
SOS. Maverick.
3rd and 2, Goff. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Bears take over.
Ready? 10-2 stop. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herring gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Ready, set.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
61, matchbox right. Hey, Charlie. Here we go. Snap.
Operating from the gun. Herring. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
From the 17, Goff. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
From the gun, here's Goff. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
First down, Bears.
Set 90 Wolf.
Off the play fake. Herring. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Go, go.
Right here, guys. Fight.
Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Danielle Hunter, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Right, like 20. Merlin. Get ready. Slam. 17.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And he's going to go down again.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Let's
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, lock it. Check 13. Shoot.
From the gun, Herring. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got the hook up to McLeod. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out.
Go. Bravo.
Operating from the gun, Herring. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down.
And the Bears 1st down.
Let's go.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, Herring. And he completes it to Cohen. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Switch up. Kill. Hey, team 6. Snap.
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Under 10. Topper. Hey, Mike 51.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herring. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Hey, 5. Jim. Check safety.
They'll begin the drive with Breida. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Right here. Kill. Hey, Scout.
At the 48-yard line.
Now a first down throw. Gone. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Danielle Hunter in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a play fake, and it's gone. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for him on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 2. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Herring. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Dexter Lawrence providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Taken right around the 44. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
We go tonight. 180. Cut. Check. Slam. Value 1. Recon, 132 fighter. Kill.
On 1st down, here's Breida. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They run with Breida, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
20. 12. Louis. Bang.
To throw is gone. And able to find Conley. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Check 49, check 49. 12. Turbo set. Turbo set.
This is Breida. And he'll be taken down at the 34. In on the stop, Bradley McDougal.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
76. Watch that. 76. Wide.
On 2nd and 9. Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's Goff, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Herring. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Hey, Delta. Leo. Nice.
The final shot before break. Herring, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
First down, a run with Cohen. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
when we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Airing this one out for Evans. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Tie it up. Even. 4 down. Even.
From the end zone, Goff. And that is incomplete here. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
You run, baby. I'm in your hand. All day, baby. 2 for 1.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They try again with Cohen. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. The tally there, minus 2 yards. Brings up 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Dorsett making the catch. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Go. Watch the shit. Watch the shit.
Now it's Breida. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
2 for 1.
Goff now looks to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Gone. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Toe bashed it. Super toe.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
High 7. 2.
From the gun, Herring. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now it's gone. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
That grounding call could very well doom this drive. We'll see. They'll try again here, 3rd and goal. Goff now to throw. He's got it. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. They come out here in the eye. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Now Mason. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Orbit. 55.
To throw on second down. Herring. Got an open man. It's McLeod. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
Hey. 5. Get it.
Throwing on third and long. Herring. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Switch.
Obama.
Now Goff on first down. Caught here by Conley. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Goff now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Value 3. Hey, zoom.
Now a toss play. It's Breida. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 more yards there and another first down.
We're good. Smoke.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Value 3.
From the red zone now, Goff. And it's caught. Touchdown. Philip Dorsett with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Again, it's Cohen, able to spin free. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Mike Wall.
Looking to throw. Herring. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Watch the run. 56 to Mike.
On 4th down, Herring looking deep downfield, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Ric Flair.
Goff on 1st down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Hey, 4 down. Shit. Hey, Shell. Cooper. 5.
Goff. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Christian Wilkins in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
5.
to throw. He finds his target. It's Evans. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Wait, 89. Hey, exit. 50 rerun. Let's put him on the buses.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He is going to find Hill here. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They still need one completion for field goal range.
And just think about what they're going over in the huddle right now. Make the catch, get out of bounds. That's going to be tough to do. So make the catch, get up to the line of scrimmage, and clock it to have one last shot.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Big gap. Keep it skinny. Hey, Delta.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Rerun. 80 weapons. 51 to mine. We got it. Keep it skinny. Hey, Charlie. 951. Here we go. Go. Mike. Wait, 89.
Rivers to throw for it on 4th. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the home team...